Hello, my dear third graders. I'm Mrs. Smith. Thanks for joining me. Today we are doing Unit 2, Lesson number 9, which is on page 131 of your book. So in this video that we're doing today, we're going to be looking at some word problems, figuring out an equation that we can use to solve them and solving them. We're also going to be, this part's kind of the same. With this part, we're going to be looking at some information, coming up with a question that we could answer using that, and then solving it. And then finally, we're going to sort of like do the backwards version of that, I guess. It's not really backwards that. We're going to write out an equation, a word problem that you can tie to this equation and then have the answer for it. So hopefully when practicing your math facts, that will make all of this much, much easier. And if you haven't practiced your math facts today, go ahead and pause this video and then go practice your math facts and then come back, okay? All right, so Ernie helped his mother work in the yard for 3 days. He earned $6 each day. 3 days, $6 each day. How much did he earn in all? So day 1, $6. Day 2, $6. Day 3, $6. So that was 6 3 times. 6 times 3. What is 6 times 3? It's 18, right? $18. Okay, number 2. Ernie helped his mother work in the yard for 3 days. He earned $6 the first day, $5 the second day, and $7 the third day. How much did he earn in all? Now, this we could do 6 times 3 because it was basically 6 plus 6 plus 6. Repeated addition is multiplication, so that's what we did. This is different. So we're going to have day 1, $6. Day 2, $5. And day 3, $7. And then we'll add them all up. So 6 plus 5 is 11. Plus 7 more is 18. So it's the same amount, but it's a little different problem. Okay. Number 3. Troy had $18. He gave 6 to each of his brothers and had no money left. How many brothers does Troy have? So he had his 18. The group size that he was distributing was 6. So 18 divided by 6 will equal the number of brothers, right? Well, we just did this, so hopefully you're recognizing that connection. And you'll do 18 divided by 6 equals 3 brothers. Number 4, similar, but, different. Troy gave $18 to his brothers. He gave 4 to Raj and 7 to Darnell. How much, and the rest to Jai. How much did Jai get? Well, we're going to take our 18 and we need to subtract what he gave to Raj and Darnell, which is 4 and 7. And then we will have the remaining amount. So what is 4 plus 7? 11. 18 minus 11 is $7. Right? Okay, number 5. Ginger has 4 cousins. Grant has 7 more cousins than Ginger. How many cousins does Grant have? So this, if you remember, we would do comparison bars. We did those a lot in 2nd grade. So we know that Grant has more. He gets the big bar. Ginger has 4, and the difference between the two is 7. So we're going to do a 4 plus 7 here. What is 4 plus 7? 11, right? 11 cousins. Okay. Ginger has 4 cousins. Number 6. Grant has 7 times as many cousins as Ginger. How many cousins does Grant have? Well, that one's pretty much just written out for us. We have 7 times what Ginger has, which is 4. What's 7 times 4? 28. Right. Good job. Cousins. Okay, number 7. Camille has 15 fewer books than Jane has. Camille has 12 books. How many does Jane have? I don't really have the space right there, so I'm going to use my whiteboard and draw out the comparison bars. I find these really helpful to figure out if I'm adding or subtracting. So Camille has fewer, so she's getting the little bar. Jane has the big bar. We know Camille has 12, and we know that the difference between Camille and Jane is 15, which means even though it has the word fewer in there, I'm going to be adding up 12 and 15. 12 plus 15, which is 27. And that's how many Jane has, 27. Okay, so what we did was we had 12 plus 15, and that equaled 27 books, right? All right. Here's a different scenario. Camille has 4 more books than Jane has. Camille has 15 books. How many books does Jane have? So let's set up another comparison bar. We can see that Camille has 4 more than Jane. So in this case, Camille has more. Jane has fewer. The difference is this 4, and we know that Camille has 15. So to find this number, we need to do 15 take away 4, which is 11, right? And so that one, it had the word more, but we had to figure out through subtraction. So 15 minus 4 equals 11 books. Alrighty. Here we go. Next side. Okay, we're still thinking what kind of operation do we need to use? So number 9, Luke had a $5 bill. He spent $3 on a sandwich. How much change did he get? Change is the money that you get in return, right? So that is, I don't think we even need to write that one out on the whiteboard. It's $5 minus $3, what he spent, and it equals $2, right? Ramona is putting tiles on the kitchen floor. She will lay 8 rows of tiles with 7 tiles in each row. How many tiles will she use? So she has 8 rows, and there's 7 in each. So this is an 8 by 7, which means to find the number of tiles, we're going to have to multiply 8 and 7. Hopefully you've memorized your math facts. If you haven't, you can solve it right now. Pause the video, figure it out. But this is basically 8 times 7 equals 56 tiles. Okay. Number 7. Josh earned A's on 6 tests last year. Jenna earned A's on 6 times as many tests. How many A's did Jenna earn? So this is basically saying, I wish their names didn't start with the same letter. I'll go with the second letter. So E for Jenna equals O for Josh's. I'll just give him the J because I don't want it to be a 0. Whatever his amount was times 6. We know what his amount was, right? It was 6. So then E for Jenna will be 6 times 6. Hopefully you've been practicing your facts and you know 6 times 6 equals what? 36 A's. Sophie bought a stuffed animal for $3 and a board game for $7. How much money did she spend? So it's just 2 partners, right? Coming together. What is the total? So 3 plus $7 equals $10. Number 13. The Duarte family has 15 pets. Each of the 3 Duarte children, each of the three, care for the same number of pets. How many pets does each child care for? So they have a total of 15, and they're evenly divided among the 3 kids, which means we're looking for 3 times what equals 15. Those of you who've been practicing, you know 15 divided by 3 equals 5 pets. All right, number 14. Ahmed spent $9 on a CD. Zal paid $6 more for the same CD at a different store. How much did Zal spend on the CD? So I'm going to do another comparison bar here for you. And you should do the same. So who spent more? Zal spent more. Ahmed spent less. We know Ahmed spent 9. We know the difference was 6. So to find what Zal spent, we're going to have to add those up. So 9 plus 6. What is 9 plus 6? It's 15. $15. That's a bummer. He didn't get a good deal. All right, coming on over to the next side. Here we go. Now, as long as you're doing this with me, we should probably come with the same questions to ask, because then we'll have the same answer. But if you're, if you're feeling brave or whatever, you can go ahead and write your own questions. But just keep in mind, your answer, your solution is not going to be the same as mine. Probably, depends on the question, but keep that in mind. Because, like, for example, with number 15, Anna read 383 pages this month. Chris read 416 pages. We could ask how many pages they read altogether. We could ask who read more. We could ask how many more pages did Chris read than Anna, right? So all of those are going to have different answers. I would like to do how many pages did they read in all? And then how do we find that answer? Of course, we will add that, right? So we'll do our 383, and we will add 416. 3 plus 6 is 9. 80 plus 10 is 90. 300 plus 400 is 700. So 799 pages in all. Okay, number 16. Marisol had 128 beads in her jewelry box. She gave away 56 of them. Maybe we'll say, how many does she still have, right? How many does she still have? So from there, we will do 128 minus 56. 8 take away 6 is 2. 20 take away 50. That's not going to work, so we'll have to ungroup. We will leave 0 hundreds in the hundreds place, and now we have 12 tens. 12 take away 5 is 7, right? So now she has 72 beads left. All right, number 17, here we go. Louis, I think it's Louis, put 72 marbles in 8 bags. He put the same number of marbles in each bag. Let's go ahead and just go with the obvious one. How many marbles are in each bag, right? So then we will take our total number of marbles divide it evenly into 8 bags, and we're left with a missing number. You might want to think about it as 8 times what is 72. Hopefully you know it's 9, right? And if you don't know, you can go with the ones that are pretty close, like 8 times 10 is 80, and that's just 8 more than 72. So it's one less group of 8, right? So that would be 9 marbles. Now I know this name looks like Geoff, but it's pronounced Jeff. Jeff planted 4 pots of seeds. He planted 6 seeds in each pot. So what's the obvious question here? How many seeds did he plant in all, right? How many seeds did he plant in all? So then we're going to do 4 pots, each with 6 seeds. What is 4 times 6? 24, right? 24 seeds. Okie dokie. Marley put 10 books on each of 5 shelves in the library. So that's it's 5 groups of 10, right? So I guess the question could be how many books in all? Was that in all? So that's 10 times 5, which is what? That one's an easy one. 10 times 5 is 50. 50 books. Alrighty, you guys. We've been on a roll. If I've been going too fast for you, go ahead and pause and take your time to think about things. Alright. Let's see here. I'm actually going to move my book like that. Okay. Now for these ones, we're writing out the whole problem, something that goes along with this. I encourage you to just do the same thing that I'm doing, but if you're feeling creative, you can come up with your own. Okay. It says write a problem that can be solved using the given equation, then solve. So I would say, we can use some of these examples here from earlier. Maybe let's do Jessica had 7 pots. She planted 6 seeds in each pot. How many seeds did she plant? Question mark. Oh, why did I write 7? That's so silly. That should be a 9. Go ahead and change that to a 9. That's my fault. So 9 pots, 6 seeds. So that would be 9 times 6, right? Which is what we're trying to do. 9 times 6 is 54 seeds. Okay, this one. 324 minus 176. I like using book pages and stuff, so let's do Tasha has a book that is 324 pages long, and she's already read 176 pages. How many pages are left? She has read 176 pages already. How many pages are left? Now for this one, I am going to use my whiteboard just so I can have the space to work. So we'll do 324 minus 176. 4 take away 6. Is that going to work? Not really, right? So we got to ungroup. So we're going to go over to our tens place. Leave one of those tens. Now we have 14 take away 6, which that leaves us with 8. So then 1 take away 7, also not going to work. We will leave 2 of our hundreds. 100 will join in the tens place. So then we have 11 tens. 11 take away 7, that's fine. That's going to be 4. And then 200 take away 100 is 100. So 148 pages. Okie dokie. Let's do number 22. Let's do Paolo. That's a fun name. Paolo has 56 books, and he puts the same number of books on each of 7 shelves. How many books went on each shelf? How about that? He put the same number of books on each of 7 shelves. How many books? Went on each shelf? Question mark. I almost did an exclamation mark. All right, so that's just the simple fact of 7 times what equals 56, which you know, we did that one earlier, I think, today, and that will be 8. Righty. Last one here on this page before you have the journal, which I'll say is optional for my class, but if if I'm not your teacher, then you maybe have to do it. We're gonna come up with a word problem, but let's go ahead and find the answer while I have my whiteboard out over here anyways. I just realized, I hope you were able to see all that. If you weren't able to see that, go ahead and pause the video now. See it. Okay. So now it's 459 plus 535. Add those up. 9 plus 5, 14. 10 joins the tens place. 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 3 more, so 90. And then 400 plus 500 is 900. So 994 is our answer, our solution. We don't have a label yet because we haven't come up with a problem. So let's say, I want to do something with like a canned food drive or something. Oh, I have an idea. We'll do pets getting adopted from the shelter. So 459 cats were adopted from the shelter. 535 dogs were adopted. How many cats and dogs were adopted? Question mark. Isn't that nice? And we know it's 994 cats and dogs. Okay. All right, my darlings. Thank you for joining me, and go ahead and see if you have an assignment, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.